Alrighty guys, how's it going? Today we're back and we are going to be doing a update from our last video where we test the drags out on the new reels. So some of them said they had 15 pounds of drag, some of them said they had about 20 pounds or 25 pounds. I doubt some of them have 25 pounds of drag, so we'll be testing that out today. Our Cast Kings scale just came in today. So we're finally gonna make the video. So we're gonna actually be doing a review of this product. Just make it quick. And also these, because I started to buy these for our boats instead of Plano tackle boxes. And I have to say, these things are way, way nicer. They're a lot better waterproof. They have a rubber seal here. So on a Plano, it's like a foam, and after about a year, it starts to soak in water. And they also have a little bag to absorb the water if any liquid gets into the tackle box. So like, let's say you put in a wet lure in here, this will take out some of the water and vapors inside of the tackle box if you close any water in it. So pretty cool product, the Cast King tackle box. All right, let's get into it. Alrighty guys, so our first reel, we're gonna be testing the Akrita. I put some 25-pound mono on here, and I did a bimini twist for the knot. That way we have a good secure knot that's not gonna snap on us, and is basically the same strength as the line, because some knots devalue the line strength. So if you have 25-pound tests, you might only have about 20 pounds of breaking tension with the knot. So I'm gonna set you guys up over here. Gonna turn the scale on, and you guys get to read what it hits. All right. I don't think it's gonna bottom out and pause, so it's going to just kind of keep fluctuating a little bit. So we'll see what that points at, and we'll go with that. The reel is bending, I'm still pulling. No lines coming out. Oh, felt some stretch. Wow. Alright. Lines coming out. Lines coming out. Alrighty guys, so the Akrita right here ended up having 23 pounds of drag. That's insane for this little reel. 23 pounds of drag for a reel this size, I'd honestly say is really, really good. I'd figure most reels around this size are about 17 or 18 pounds of drag, but 23 pounds of drag for a little reel like this, can't beat it. All right, let's get on to the next one. All right guys, so the next runner up is the Shaddock fishing reel. So we're gonna max this drag out. All right, it's maxed out, and we're gonna go ahead and test it over here. I'll set you guys up right here. Alrighty. Make sure it's on pounds. It's on pounds. Here we go. Wow, this drag is terrible when it's maxed out. Alright, I don't know what it maxed out at yet, but I have to say this drag is terrible when it starts pulling out. It just starts skipping a whole bunch, and it's not smooth at all. So that kind of adds to the last video on the quality of this reel, and everything's kind of janky. It just makes noise, and yeah. The handle is fairly loose now too, so another add to our last video. Alright guys, so the Shattuck reel ended up hitting 20 pounds of drag. So for this cheap reel, that's pretty good, but I will say that the drag was very sticky. When it would pull, it would kind of skip, so it would pull out a little bit, stop, pull out a little bit. It's overall not a really good quality reel. Let's see if I can show you guys. It'll get harder, easier. It's all over the place. It just does not come out smoothly, so spend the extra 15 bucks, 20 bucks. All right, guys, so for the next reel, we have the Sea Night Rapid Fishing Reel, and we're gonna lock this one up and test it as well. Uh-oh. Big nest. Much too heavy line for a little reel. Alrighty, I'm gonna put you guys over here. There's the scale. Alright, drag's coming out. Alrighty guys, so the Sea Night ended up only having 15 pounds of drag. That's definitely the lightest out of the two other reels that we've tested so far. I will say this reel is still very smooth. It wasn't jerking out line. It was smooth. It's definitely a better quality reel, but it doesn't have a whole lot of drag. So like I said in the first video, probably more of a bass style fishing reel. Not so much a saltwater reel because saltwater fish tend to fight harder. So having that extra drag will definitely help you out there. Alright guys, so the next reel up is the Fish Drops Saltwater Fishing Reel. This is the last one, so let's test it out. Alright guys, so the Fish Drops reel ended up only having 14 pounds of drag, which puts it at the bottom of our list. So I'm going to go over all these reels and I'm going to go what they're rated for, what they're saying the drag is, and what the drag actually came out to. Alright. So, first up we have the Akrita. The Akrita had a max drag of 23 pounds, and they say it has a rating of 26 pounds, so that's about 3 pounds off. I'd say that's pretty close. Some of those reels probably can hit 26 pounds, so definitely the top of our list. The Shattuck fishing reel was the second one we tested. That had 20 pounds of drag. It was the black reel, the one I said that was the worst in the last video. I think it came out to about $19.99. 20 pounds of drag. They're rated for 22 to 30 pounds of drag, so that's fairly accurate also. A little sticky on the drag, so not a great reel still, but they're pretty close to their rating. It's also just because they said the low is 22 and the high could be 30. I don't know if those reels will hit 30, but you never know. All right, the next one up, Sea Night Rapid. So that one had a measly 15 pounds of drag. It was a pretty smooth reel, still good quality, more for bass fishing style. They're saying their drag is 33 pounds of drag. Way off. Not even close. More than double the drag that it actually had is what they're rating it for. No. Last one, the Fish Drops reel. That one came in at a measly 14 pounds, 1 pound less than the Sea Night. Did cost about $10 less than the Sea Night, but wasn't very smooth. Their rating also is 33 pounds of drag, so they're pretty far off as well. Alright, so let me go over what I bought to use for this. We ended up getting a Cast Kings, which I didn't realize this scale right here is a Cast King, and this tackle box is a Cast King also, and I honestly really like both of these. I switched over to all of my boat Plano boxes to these. Waterproof, they have a little thing to soak up the water inside, and this Cast King scale, 100% waterproof, 2.5-inch screen right here, and can weigh up to 110 pounds, so that's pretty good. And it also has a memory setting, so you can hit memory to save whatever you just weighed, and then you can go back and look at it later. So great product, feels durable. I mean, you could drop this thing, throw it around, it's not going to break. It also floats on top of the water, so that's really nice. It's got a nice LED screen there. Weighs pretty good. All right. Last thing I'm going to show you is this Cast King. It just has one big opening, so easy to open. It's got a whole bunch of little hatches. All of the hatches have little holes in them, so ventilation in here is good, I guess. And they have the holes in there so that way this can soak up all the water. So if you're like me and you saltwater fish, sometimes we get sprayed with salt water, or sometimes we'll put something in here like a lure that has a little bit of liquid, and this guy right here will soak up all of that so your lures and other hooks aren't rusting, which I used to have a huge problem with the Plano tackle boxes. I don't anymore with this Cast King box. So I'm not sponsored by them, I'm just saying they're a good product. I liked both of those, the scale and the tackle box, so check it out. See you guys on the next one.